So I'm just continuing the first video, which I found in trash. What happened was my son came down. He plays games. I think he does more than that, but I'm not allowed to say it. So he came down and he started swearing. So I stopped the video and I found it in trash. I was started to panic because all this takes energy, like it takes time and energy, and I have to write notes, and so I just found it in trash. So that's definitely hacking. That's what I mean when I say I'm a victim of serious hacking. So I wanted to get into. I was talking about how my family is it's just their behavior is appalling, and they're sort of taking advantage of my mother. She can't walk, she can't talk. My mother wouldn't be happy to know that her daughter's gone, and they're like, okay, well, she's gone, there's nothing we can do. Feel tortured on a day-to-day basis. um, you know fight the hackers on a day-to-day basis. We're just going to sit here and do nothing. So that's my lovely Italian family. So I wanted to get into how on my birthday, well, actually the day after, I went to get my license, and something happened that really ties into all the bullying that I've been talking about, and this weight gain, this feeling pregnant, this all this stuff about all the subliminal messaging about babies, and even like Demon Seed, like I was mentioning, Rosemary's Baby, which played incessantly on my TV. So I went to the Service Ontario at Yonge and Bloomington. It's where the OPP building is. It's behind. I think it's behind the OPP building. My son's school is nearby. I went to get my license renewed. My husband drove me because I can't drive because my license is expired. I walked in, and there was a woman there who was asking questions, and she was answering my questions, and she kept looking at my not right now. She kept looking at my crotch. And she kept looking down. She kept looking down when she was answering. I would ask her a question. She kept looking down. She kept looking down. It looked like she was looking at my crotch. And that's a big thing for me. It's like, why do people, like, I remember at the public school we went to in our area, which is just across our house here, across the field. One day I went in to drop off a lunch for my lunches for my children, my two boys, who were much younger at the time. And there was a man standing there in a white shirt and a tie, and he was looking at my crotch. He was looking right at my crotch. As a woman, you would know if somebody's looking at your crotch, wouldn't you? So he was looking down at my crotch with a look of repulsion. And that reminds me of what happened when I went to my colonoscopy. It was on Dufferin and Finch. And I remember, these things really stand out. And I remember that I had asked a woman there who was working in that clinic, in that colonoscopy clinic. She happened to be outside in the lobby at the time. I asked her, where is the washroom? And she said, it's over there. And then all of a sudden she looked down, she looked at my crotch for a few seconds, and it was a clear look of total repulsion. Disgust and repulsion. She was looking at my crotch. Is this on? So I'm going to move over. This room is a little bit cramped here. So that's when I say bullying and persecution. That's what I mean. That kind of thing. That's just scratching the surface. There's so much more than that. Even bullying of my children. Like once we went to a park in Aurora. And I told my son, who always used to share his toys, to go get the fire truck because I was leaving. I wanted to leave, so go get the fire truck. And this man and his little daughter came up, and she wanted to play with his fire truck. Right at the moment we were leaving, I was on the bench breastfeeding, and she said, I want to play with the fire truck. And my son, who always shares his toys, said, no. Because, he was listening to me, and we have to go. So she took her hand and she slapped him so hard on the head. And my son just went like this. And I was afraid to speak out because of that bum-looking man who was her father. I was afraid to speak out, and I was breastfeeding a baby, right? So I was afraid to speak out. I didn't say anything, and thank God that they went away. Thank God they went away. But this is the kind of thing we used to encounter all the time, this kind of hostility. Because I don't think that's normal. I don't think most people experience that in this country. I don't think you go to a park and you say, no, you can't play with that right now, and then all of a sudden the person will slap you really hard on the head. I don't think that's a normal course of events here. So that's I think that was basically targeting us, us being targeted as usual. So anyway, I was talking back to what I was saying. On my day after my birthday, I went to get my license renewed, and there's this woman answering my questions from Service Ontario, staring at my crotch. She kept peering down and looking. Was it my belly? Maybe, I don't know, but it looked like all the other people who were staring at my crotch, like at the colonoscopy, when that woman who I asked where the washroom was, looked at my crotch. She was definitely, the one from the colonoscopy was definitely looking at my crotch, 100%. She was looking right down. It was very like, it was like really targeted, like right down there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, and I remember I remember going, why? And my mother goes, shh, because I everywhere I go, I get this. Everywhere I was going, I was getting this kind of like disgusting targeting behavior. Okay, there's something going on over there. Now, what I wanted to get into quickly before I end it off is I'm going to...
Christopher wants batteries.
Okay.